MBA holder. But before that, I have a first degree in sociology. And when I had just finished school, I went into banking. Somehow my grades were really good. So I was given a position of a teller in Standard Chartered Bank, an international bank. And I was there for over 5 years. And in my 5th year, I gotten into, they told us that, you know what, you need to make sure that you earn your stay in the bank. So that's why I went and got my MBA. But when my professor pointed out to me that all I'm good at is keeping other people's money and not my money, I remember being promoted through the career path quite fast, from teller to sales manager to relationship manager. But the salary increment, I was earning about $200 every month. But the salary increment every year was about $15. And here I was, being a last born, I needed to always give something to my mom. And all I could afford was just apples. So when my professor told me that all I'm good at is just keeping other people's money, but I'm not going to use my role as a banker to improve on my life and the people around me, that really hit home. So in my, I was there for 6 years, and I so happened to have traveled to Mecca for a pilgrimage. And that's when I also found out that one of my dreams is spiritual upliftment. And with whatever we do to go for pilgrimage, to pay for the alms of the poor, to help out the needy, it all needs money. And right about that time, the salary in the bank wasn't really cutting it. So I ventured out into the telecom for about 2 years, and they so happened to give me twice what I was earning from the bank. But still, it was like from hand to mouth. So I still moved to the publication that Michelle has told you. And it being that I was self-employed now, all the costs were on me. Still, I wasn't happy with that. And the orphanage that I was helping, I had put a promotion in the magazine for people to help it out and to get sponsorship. But me as a person, I wasn't in position to travel to the orphanage to give them what they needed. And here I was, these are the people I was caring about, but I didn't have any financial muscle to help them out. So when I came back from Mecca, a very close friend of mine introduced me to QNet. And right about that time, I felt that, yes, these are the products that I need, and this is the journey that would help me meet up my financial costs and everything. And right about then, I was still young and I was traveling. We loved to travel. Even back in school, I was traveling with this business partner of mine who introduced me to QNet. And I so happened to go to Dubai for another 4 years, because back home we are thinking that maybe the green is the pasture is greener on the other continent. So I went to Dubai and I was working in a health club, but still I was far away from home, and I was missing my family. I was missing mom, and things were not really adding up still, even in Dubai. I happen to have a sister in Australia. I moved there as well. I was there for like 6 months. She's a florist. And I was thinking that, okay, when we partner together, her being in the Western world, probably will add up and get to move stuff. But even then, I can honestly tell you, I was hustling, I was struggling from one job to another. And I was like, you know what, let me go back home. And by then, the 5 years, I was out of the North Star system. I didn't grow much, and I didn't earn a lot that I had expected, because I had gotten myself out of the circle of the support and of the team. And then COVID hit, and here I was, being a sickle cells carrier, my immunity is quite low. Much as we don't fall sick every now and then, every day, but still the COVID took a toll on me. I was depressed. I lost my mom to COVID, and it wasn't an easy place to be. I didn't have money. I was broke, and my partner, my business partner, my friend, came to pay her condolences, and she said that, you know what, Zahra, you're not looking good. Why don't you come back and we do this all over again? So there was, I hadn't been in the system for that time. I was like, okay, I've tried everything. I've moved the globe. There is no opportunity. Even the bank that had said that it will stay here good, it had closed office in Uganda. We were no longer, people lost their jobs. So here I was, I had to start from scratch. First, I started with using the products. As a sickle cells carrier, I have eczema, I had allergic conjunctivitis and all that. And I was really always tired and I wasn't sleeping well. But when Ida introduced me to the pendant, one of the wellness products that we use, when she introduced me to the BioDisc and the BioLite, the Edge, I used all those products and I finally felt that my life was coming back, because really I was a moving corpse. I don't know if I can even honestly explain to you how I was feeling. But the fact that God is the one who had directed me to QNet back then, I was like, I'm going to trust the process. I'm going to trust my friend. And she held my hand, she supported me, we used the products, and when they worked well on me, I was like, this is now what I think will help the sickle cell warriors, because I come from a background where my nieces and nephews are sicklers. I've lost some, and also some had to get bone marrow transplants, and just one bone marrow transplant costs about $40,000. And not so many of us in Uganda can afford that. So here I am, and I'm thinking that, okay, when I do this business and I use the products, the company rewards me by whoever I refer to. And then here I am, I have a big dream to reach out to those lives, because when you have sickle cells, it's a blood disorder, and we normally lose them when they are still young. So finally, I got a thing that would, an opportunity that would help me to meet both my financial and also my wellness targets. So, and the time I was there in QNet before I went to Dubai, I earned some money, not so much, but I really earned some money. And that was like 5 years into the business, but now I've been at it for 3 years and I'm seeing more checks. We are paid weekly, and whatever effort I put in, it never goes wasted. And with the support of the team, and also having gone for our international convention in Malaysia, I've been there twice, and they helped me change my mindset. And also my dreams, I could finally see that, they were there then. Even up to now, QNet is here, North Star is here. So for me, I'm finally seeing light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm quite excited on getting to even dream more and also get to impact those warriors and also my family. And I have this platform to thank that for. Over to you, Michelle. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Zahra. But also, Zahra, we want to share some of your journey that you had with coming to Malaysia with the team, where you came to Malaysia for a V conference and your second V conference. And not only that, you also see a tremendous change journey with your teams when you are with the team.
Yes,
So,
I do. And it's quite amazing.
thank you, Zahra, for sharing. But I want to take some of the things that, Zahra was saying, that she said that, coming back and seeing more powerful when your coaches called you and said, come back. So I think we have an organization and a team so powerful. We don't get